Hello. Today I'm going to go over problem number 2 on test number 5. This particular problem many of you seem to have trouble with, so I thought I'd go over it here. I've set up N to be the number of nickels and D to be the number of dimes. I could have easily chosen X and Y, but it's hard for me to remember which one is X the nickels, is X the dimes, I'm not sure. So I just used N and D. Now the first piece of information that the problem gives me is there are 7 times as many dimes as nickels. So there are more dimes than nickels. If I have 1 nickel, I would have 7 dimes. If I had 2 nickels, I would have 14 dimes. 3 nickels, 21 dimes. So this information is giving me my very first equation. That equation is telling me that the number of dimes I have is always going to be more than the number of nickels. In fact, it's going to be 7 times as many, which is great. So that gives me one equation. The second piece of information is the value. The value of dimes is $3.25 more than the value of the nickels. Now I worked this through with pennies rather than dollars, but we could work it with dollars, and I'll put this equation down below. What is the value of a dime? Well, it's 10 cents or $0.1. And I'm going to know how many or the value of this by knowing how many dimes I have. So if I have 2 dimes, I have 20 cents or $0.2. So it's going to be $0.1 times the number of dimes. And I said the number of dimes was D. That's going to be equal to 3.25 plus the value of the nickels. Well, the nickels are $0.05. And if I have 2 nickels, I'll have 10 cents. 3 nickels, I would have 15 cents. So it's 5 times the number of nickels. Like I said, I changed all of this on my calculations to be pennies. So mine came out to be 10 cents times however many dimes I had was equal to 325 plus 5 times the number of nickels. This gave me my 2 equations. Now it's simply a matter of solving these together. What I did is I substituted. For the number of dimes, I put in 7n. So that gave me 70. N is equal to 325 plus 5n, or 65n, if I subtract 5 from both sides, is equal to 325, or n was equal to 325 divided by 65. And if you do this, I believe, what do you get? 15, I think. I'm sorry. 5. Not 15, 5. Right? 5, we can check. We can check that over here. We can say, well, that's a good guess. So let's do 65 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32. Yep, that works. So there are 5 nickels, which then tells me how many dimes? Well, there are 7 times as many dimes as nickels, so the number of dimes will be 35. And that gives me the answer.